Okay, everybody, you know what it is, and by now you should know who it is. It's your girl, Rain, and it's What's Happening Wednesday. And man, hold up, I got too much swab in my cup. Oh, anyway, so I have my brother from another mother on today's episode. So your girl Rain, I've been flying by the seat of the pants. Y'all have been coming on this journey with me as I've been doing this brand new thing. So on Wednesdays, your girl Rain decided to share my platform with other creators like myself because your girl Rain does everything that I do for the love of you. So tonight, my very first our sister Shawanda calling. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Hey, you gonna be you on my live, so I'm actually recording our brother RECO as my first What's Happening Wednesday person. So you listening if you want, or you can just wait to get it uploaded. It's up to you. But you can chat out in the middle of it, so you own the live. Two people can actually hear what you're saying. Okay. I'm sorry. No, you good. Okay, so yeah, what I was saying is I wanted to share my Wednesday platform with other creators like myself because sometimes, when you just see your girl Rain face, it kind of gets a little womp womp. I don't want to look at that. I don't want, whatever. And also, I've learned that whenever you reach back out for somebody else, then God gives you a bigger blessing. And to whom much is given, much is required. So we're supposed to be able to reach one, each one teach one, each one save one, all of those things above. So that's just how I am. So, okay, to anybody who do not know who you are, first I'm gonna say, let me give you the little rah introduction. So my brother from another mother, he got his hand in all kind of stuff. We came to, I say, fall in love and become family with each other on the trail ride scene. If you don't know, your girl like to grab her knees and hang out the party wagon. I've already told you this. But anywho, RECO was introduced to me before me even meeting him in person. Like I've seen him before, but actually getting to like communicate with him by both of our special friend who is where I get my, you know what it is and you know who it is from, Chandel Henderson, right? So as I come to know and love him, he is, what are you, like the second generation CEO of Dr. Feelgood Writers? Like you took the reins over?
Third generation.
I ain't know that. I didn't. Yeah. So, okay, so for Trail Ride Nation, Dr. Feelgood is one of the livest that I can remember trail ride family and groups from the H time. So that's how I come to know and love him from that. So, okay, second of all, he's a father. He's a hard worker. He has one of the most gushiest, warmest, huge hearts and like the amazing kind of soul. Like you to see him transform into who we know and love as Mr. Suave is how I say it. Versus who he really and truly is. He's like this. Like this big juicy teddy bear. That's how I get him, right? I perceive him. So I want to say he been starting his business since way before I have, because he been doing dibbling and dabbling in different things. But then he popped up on the scene. I'm gonna let him tell you all about that part when we get to that part. But everybody, please meet one of my heartbeats, RECO Carrier, aka Mr. Swab, aka Dr. Feelgood in the Merton, part of the Gorilla Squad, all of the above.
Yes. What's going on, man? What's going on?
What's happening with it?
Nothing much.
So, okay, I want to know Let's see how I'm gonna see how I'm gonna ask these questions. So I'm gonna start the first question with the biggest one. What is tell us your story? Like what makes RECO? Like what is it that how did you get to starting SUAVE Love 2.0? Like how did you go from just regular Lil RECO, to this point?
So I put it like this. When I've been on the trail scene was brought to me through. I came back to the trail scene. I left and went to college, came back, and it was a whole thing. So I took over my father's club, and me and my brothers, we just started, going back to the trail ride scene, just hanging out, getting our names back out there, doing parties, et cetera, et cetera. So this whole time, I'm building Dr. Feelgood up, but it's not really who I want it to be. So I'm like, after years come, I end up meeting our boy, Shondale.
Right.
So I've been there, but it was always toned down. But he always embraced that. He was like, man, no, this is you. This is your thing. Trust me, SUAVE is going to make you who you are.
Right.
Because other people I was thinking about, like, they were saying, oh, you too turned up, basically. You're out of character. Like, the things that you do is, we're not behind you 100% about that. Like, it's just a whole bunch of things that happen.
Right.
So my life kind of did a 360 when he passed.
Right.
Because I like thinking about, well, he want me to be this person. He don't want me to continue to be RECO.
Right.
So when I got the opportunity to actually just embrace SUAVE, it blew up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just took over, and I was like, you know what? People start supporting me more as SUAVE than I was Dr. Feelgood, Mr. Feelgood, or whatever on the scene. So that's pretty much how SUAVE became big as it is now.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay. That's good. Some of that stuff I didn't even know. So that's why we do this like this. So let me ask you a question. Okay, sis, go ahead. Sorry. Y'all, I told y'all, Rain, keep it real. My life is real. It's not scripted. This is not for TV. So, anyway. So let me ask you. Being that we both know Trail Ride Nation, we both know Trail Ride Life. We also both know our community when it comes down to H-Town versus, other communities. We also both know Chandel on a totally different platform. I want to ask this: do you feel like you would have never fully stepped into Mr. SUAVE had he not given you that type of push that only he could give, nudge that only he can give, and that type of what's the word? Assurance that he gave?
I would say no, I don't think so, because I didn't have anyone. Like I said, nobody didn't know what SUAVE was about until I started, doing my thing. But it was one of those moments that I didn't really need nobody to bring it out of me, because like I said, I was this before I came on trail ride, back on trail ride scene.
Yeah.
But he just embraced it, because I think something ended up happening. I was being SUAVE, and all of a sudden he was like, dude, that's your gimmick. Like, he always used the word gimmick. Talking about, that's your gimmick. I need a gimmick for something, and SUAVE is your gimmick. And he's talking about, use that. And I'm like, no, because I put it like this, I had like 100 haters, but he was the only one that loved it. And I'm like, I don't want to be SUAVE. Like, I'm just going to cool. I'm just going to sit here, chill, whatever, the case may be. I'm not going to do quotes and stuff on Facebook. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. But he kept saying, oh, that is your gimmick. Like, keep that up. But I kept saying, no, I'm not going to do it. So if he was still I mean, if he didn't give him that push, I probably would never started doing any of this.
I understand where you come from, because I know, you know, like we know, but recently his birthday, you know, came and went. And, you know, for me, a lot of people that don't know me in depth or don't know me outside of Trail Ride Nation, you know, when I post something about God and the Holy Ghost and stuff like that, that's just who I am. And one of my gifts from God is that I can see things. Like I can see it when I'm awake. I can see it mostly when I'm sleeping, but I can see things and I can kind of communicate in a certain way with people that are not here. Most of the time they'll come talk to me when I'm sleeping. So I know that he had talked to me the weekend before, you know, he transitioned to, you know, ride on like he'd been riding, right? And he was like, you know a lot more of our story than other people, but I'm gonna just keep it copacetic just because. But, you know, he was like, you and I had a conversation. I told you should do something, but you're still doing it the other way. That's insanity. You know, when you keep doing something expecting to get a different result, that's insanity. Like, why are you keep making yourself this, that, and the third? So fast forward, you know, I really started getting into Rain's world more after I had a conversation with his mother and his brother. A lot of people don't know I still communicate with his mother and his brother. That's just my thing. That's something that, you know, you and I have promised him things even before he transitioned, right? So I had a chance to promise him some things right before he transitioned. Like, so now Rain's world is coming into a fruition. I'm getting the chills, but I still wasn't doing the thing that he's, like you said, the gimmick. I still wasn't doing that thing, that thing that made bought sense, like he told me to. So when it started coming out to me and he came back to see me again, that's when I started saying, you know what it is and you know who it is, because I shouldn't have to explain to you who it is. You see me, if you know me, or you grow to love me. So anyway, I understood what you meant when you said you would have never gotten to this point had it not been for that kind of push. And he had this stubborn kind of persistent kind of way of pushing you in a loving way, but pushing you, like, you getting on my nerve, like, when you gonna leave me alone about it? Like, that's just something that like, you know, that's just something that he had. So, and for me, when it comes to you, like, that's the connection that I thank God that he blessed, you know, you and I with. So I just want to say that part. So what would you say is the main reason for you starting your particular business? And you can tell what your business is, or I can tell it's up to you, but what made you start, you know, your particular thing, whether it's, you know, the club thing that you're doing, or, you know, the t-shirt line, or whatever. What was the thing that made you, what brought that on?
How about like this, for example, so like, just say, it's like, I guess it could be like a diet. So, you know, when you're on a diet, you only can do certain things. So when you craving something, you may end up breaking that craving just, you know, to see how it goes. It's okay to cheat every now and then.
Right.
So SUAVE was a person that needed to be brought out because he was so tamed for so long.
Right.
So it was like, you know, I'm sitting here at this party, or I'm on Facebook just being quiet, thinking I got so many million things going in my head like I could be doing.
Yeah.
But at the end, they're like, well, Rico, you're not going to move to your next level if you don't just, first of all, I just test the water. I threw something out there, and not only the people that's around me support it, was people outside of my support me, people that I ain't never met. So it was like, okay, so why the
maybe
people,
he had some, yeah.
why the people around me is not supporting me like this? So So that's why I figure now, if I can gain 100 haters, but I can make one person happy,
That's right.
then that's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? That is cool with me, because when I dropped my first video that went viral, a lady had cancer. She hit me up and she was like, "Man, you make my day." She could be sitting there, you know, chemotherapy or whatever, and she's like, "I sit there and go through your page all day long. What you post is funny, this and that is funny." Now, I have 30 people in my inbox talking about, "Oh, you should stop." But guess what? I just made one person day.
That's it. Yeah.
Ass off and things that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And she was the one who said, "You know what? Suave, that's your brand."
Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
true.
and I kept looking like, I never thought about that. You know, like I never thought Suave could be a brand until I started seeing all this stuff start happening left to right, left to right, left to right.
Right. I know that what I've learned so far, just really stepping into Ryan's world, right? I noticed that, and my pastor at the Lighthouse in Houston, he has been teaching us about these type of scenarios. So, the finance man, I don't know if you saw my very first interview. His thing, he said that he made only one sale of anything that he's been selling from a family member or somebody in his inner circle. So what I've noticed, and just this past week, like on Sunday and Monday, I was like, I don't understand, God. Like, I've been running from this all this time, and then I started doing it, and then you wanna, but I had to understand that they're only gonna hate on you if they have something to hate on you for. Like, that means you're doing something right. Like, and I hate to keep bringing them up, but you know, this is just, you will understand where I'm coming from. I remember him saying, you know, before I became the Mississippi Trail Boss, I didn't have to worry about these things. And as soon as I got to a certain level of being the Mississippi Trail Boss, you know, once I put on my costume and I put on that persona, now I got these people on Trail Ride T or whatever it was that's got something to say. But as long as the trail boss was feeding them and taking care of them and loving them and giving them a place to shine, I didn't have that. And he was like, but I understand that just comes with the territory, whether it's me stealing horses or me training the horses or me doing the rodeos or whatever it was. So, you know, like, I think that's just something that a person that follows their destiny, that follows their calling, that follows their purpose has to get used to, is that, you know, you're going to have this sacrifice to come out of whatever God is bringing you out of. And that's something that I listened to just a little while ago tonight from my pastor's sermon. And it doesn't seem like it should be that way, but if Jesus got ridiculed for being Jesus, you know, who are we to be any different? You know what I'm saying? So I feel that. Okay, so let me see. Tell me about everything Suave Love. Like, what is yours? You know, like, what's all your products, or what all does Suave Love 2.0 have in it? I know you have t-shirts. I know you have been doing Gorilla Squad things. So tell me in the rainbows all that Suave Love has into it that you can share, that's not gonna, you know, put some of your business out there in the street.
But right now I have my Suave Love shirts, which is let me show you. Ooh. Which is this?
Wait a minute, hold up. I don't have that on the stove. Wait a minute. I like that.
Ship you my box. I'm gonna have to ship you a box.
Well, so, for you all that this what he's showing right there, I have that on my store, and I love a simple t-shirt. As you can see, I'm always cutting the neck. I need to find a way to manufacture a t-shirt that looks like this.
It's a young lady, she bought a shirt and she did that. And I was like, how did you do that? And she was like, oh, I just cut around the thing. Yeah. And it looks good. I like that. And I said, you
I
know what?
can't stand. It's like that constricting. Like men,
Yeah,
I guess that's good for y'all. Like it's
this right here is already choking me. I like V-necks. Me. That's
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. So I'm
But
always cutting, but I love a good t-shirt. But that was cute. I like that tie-dye fit. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
oh, that's one of my biggest sellers too. Everybody like the tie-dye.
Yeah,
So I got that, and then also doing jackets, hoodies right now too, as well.
I like them too.
Which is the same way. Suave Love. Now a lot of people asking me what Suave Love mean. So Suave, everybody knows if you hear the word Suave, you think it's smooth, you thinking sexy, you thinking
Soft.
freaky. I'm just keeping it real. Just
Yeah.
freaky. You know what I'm saying? Everything when it comes down to sexual things. Love, like I just feel love. Like every time I'm around somebody, it just love, happiness, smiling. That's what I want to bring to my clothing line. Like when you put it on, you want to feel love. You know what I'm saying? And the heartbeat that's in the middle. Everybody asks me, why you got a heartbeat line? Heartbeat means you living. You are living. That heartbeat stands for living. And without the heartbeat, I feel like that's not living. I'm not doing things that I want to do.
Yeah.
So, but so right now I'm working on different designs to work with the Suave Love. Because I don't want to get bored with that. So it comes in many colors, whatever color right now, coming in any type of color you want. But coming out, I will be doing like maybe like keychains or decals for your car. Just playing around with different things right now, just to see what work out. Hats. I know somebody had wanted a hat. A couple of my homeboys wanted a hat. I'm like,
Yeah.
I ain't started hats yet, but I'm like,
It makes
okay,
sense. Especially the beanies now. Yeah.
right. The winter time coming, so I mean, your boy got a whole book going, so we trying to get ideas out there and see how it go.
I did not. I actually have that as one of the questions. Like, what does it mean? Like,
Oh yes.
But I like that. But that it makes sense. Like I said in your introduction, for me, you just exude this. Even when you're upset, because I've seen you when you're frustrated, like if it's a dance or something going wrong, or somebody, then ruffle your feathers a little bit. I've seen you upset, but you still have a way of being lovingly upset. Like it's very, very hard to get your goal, is what I would say. So it makes sense that, those words, what I felt, what I thought in my own mind when it came down to you, is that's pretty much what it meant, but you had a different type of spin on it. For me, I felt like I said, not soft in a bad way, like where I'm trying to say that you're not masculine. That's not it. When I say soft, I mean like, how you have that one parent that's just a raw disciplinarian, right? But you have that one parent that every child can go to, or that one aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandfather that person can go to, and you're gonna chastise them, but in a loving kind of soft kind of way. That's how I see you. Like you have that type of, I don't even know, yumminess about you. So that makes sense.
Yeah, that's like just thinking about what you said. It was a conversation me and Sean had, and he was like, you know what? The reason why I cook for you so much because you don't agree with me all the time. You'll come back and tell me, you know what, Sean, Dad might not even work. Like, cause he didn't never want people to agree with him.
Yeah.
I need somebody who will go against me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and it never dawned on me because that's how I am. Like, so if I don't agree with you, I'm gonna tell you I don't agree with you, but I'm gonna tell you why I don't. And you might still do what you do, but you know what I'm saying? It's just how I feel about the situation, So that makes a lot of sense what you said.
Yeah, he was a really great debater. I think he needed some type of pushback in order for him to get the greatness out of himself for whatever weird kind of reason. I think it was just that stubbornness that he had, and the more the more he pushed on us and he got what he already saw in us out of us, it kind of like made him better in a sense. And him not realizing how much he made us better, it was just bananas when it came to him. And I'm not gonna lie, it has been days. It seems like you and I are kind of be in that moment at the same time, because you'll post it or something, or you'll say something about it, or I'll say something about it, and you'll be like, I never realized just how we're on that same kind of wavelength. But I'm so grateful for him. Like, just the little bit of time that I got, to be in his presence and learn from him. I learned so much stuff from him.
Yeah.
What would you say is your mission or your goal? Like, whether it's RECO, whether it's Dr. Feelgood, whether it's SUAVE. I mean, what is your, not so much your mission statement, but where do you see yourself? I'll ask about this. Where do you see everything RECO, everything SUAVE Love in the next 2 to 5 years?
So I'm going to go by step because I'm actually a 3-person. So Dr. Feelgood, Mr. Feelgood, my 5th or 6th annual dance, I felt like that was my time, 6 years in the game, because I have mastered everything. Well, I feel like I mastered everything because every dance was successful. Every dance was packed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I need something else to do. RECO, I would say RECO is that business-minded person that got the job done. He's a family man. He's that go-to guy when you need something, need help with something, that, I will give you advice on anything that I can help you with.
Yeah.
And I put it that RECO just that go-to guy, because sometimes I could be everywhere. I'm like, hold on, let me just stop, think about what I gotta go, what I gotta do.
Yeah.
SUAVE is just that fun person that you can, hey, come on, what you doing tonight? Let's hang out, let's do this, go hang out. But at the same time, we're gonna do it on a respectful level.
Yeah.
But we still gonna enjoy ourselves. So I put like this 5 years for SUAVE, for 2 or 3 years, I will at least have 10 design shirts, my website thing, so that way it won't be as, right now I feel like I'm all over the place. Like, okay, I got this shirt, this shirt, this shirt, this shirt, this shirt. But as you see it, just see it visually, then that's why I want to be like visualize my art, everything that I'm doing. Besides, if it's doing skits, I actually have a YouTube taping this Saturday. So doing skits, YouTube, maybe even playing a movie, little small roles around here, whatever. That's why I'd rather see myself in about 2 years.
I love YouTube. At first I was afraid, but I've been doing YouTube almost 2 years now. I actually love YouTube. And I didn't think TikTok was that fun. I was like, TikTok cannot be this fun. Like, I would be like, but RECO, I'm not gonna lie. TikTok is just it's just your judge. It's just your lane. You know how some people they just have that TikTok appeal, if that makes sense. But
what? Even no TikTok of my little brother. He the one who actually my 10-year-old brother introduced me to TikTok, and he was like, "Oh, this TikTok." I'm like, "What is TikTok?" So I'm trolling, especially now 2020 with everything going on, being shut down at home, nothing to do. So we were like, I'm like, whatever. So when I actually did a video, which was my first viral video, which got over 100K shares, was what video? The Wait to Exhale video.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what?
This guy right here is he is bananas in the TikTok game, and I was like, who knew he could do that? Like,
where this come from? Like, this is a whole 360 than what we see. And I was like, and the funny part is, when you see me in person, I'm still like that. that homeboy, you know, that chill boy behind those.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's like you turn into your own Sasha. You actually turn into Suave. Like your facial, your mannerisms and everything will be different. You know, like the people that know you, but it still be like, I don't know. But anyway, it's crazy. But I can see that. I can see that. You know, that's what you just said. And the reason why I'm asking everybody that I interview and who I'm talking to that question is because I learned so much about manifesting and meditating, you know, speaking on the things that we want. The Bible clearly says, call those things that be not as though they were. You know, life and death lie in the power of our own tongue. So we have to be able to, the same way we can kill our dreams, we can make our dreams live. We can give our dreams breath. We can, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, if we don't see ourselves winning, how can we expect somebody else to see us winning? And it all starts by what we say, how we see ourselves, who we say we are, what we answer to, you know. So that's why I asked that question. So, okay, so for Suave, you say you want to have 10 designs on print already out there, or just in your notebook or in your, you know.
Actually, I put it out ready to sell. It don't have to be, I mean, people, buy them, of course, but just actually have designs already made, done, finalized, put.
Right.
Because that design I just showed you guys, that design took me about 3 months just to come up with, and because I wanted a meaning behind it. I didn't want to just put something out and then people were like, so what do that mean?
Yeah,
like, what is that?
It to be your what you're known for, you know.
Yeah, so all of that, then when people realize what I was saying about it, like, man, you know what? That is perfect. Like, your image is what you got on your shirt. I was like, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, you know how you know the, like, FUBU, you know, their signature thing, whatever they put on all their clothes. Like, I could actually see, you know, your Suave love with the heartbeat on all your tags. You know, like, that's just going to be your thing. Like, that's what you're going to be known for. Like, and it just makes perfect sense. Like, if somebody was to get a care package, or if somebody was to buy their loved one of your products and it has that on there, you know, they should know by the time it, you know, gets to that point that they're getting something that somebody actually put love, care into. Yeah, they're getting a piece of you with each thing. And that's how I see it.
Oh yeah.
So you done with Dr. Feelgood? Like, we not gonna have no more blackout parties?
I would never say I'm done with it,
What
but
happened?
it's like I ain't gonna say I'm done with it, but it's gonna be one of those moments like I don't want to say fall back on, but I still have my brothers and stuff. They still does the trail riding, does, you know, the big ride, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not gonna, because this is where I started from. Because if it wasn't this, you know, thing, so I would probably wouldn't be, you know, here. But because, you know, I'm kind of got my hands full with this over here, trying to get this up and going. So basically, when I get this up and going, so I want to do pop-ups. I want to do sell my shirt, be a vendor at somebody ride, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
So
that's what I agree with that.
Mr. Feel Good, you know.
Hey, I'm here for it. I'm listening. I'm just being nosy. Don't mind me, just being nosy. Okay, so here's my last big question. And then I'm gonna just open the floor and let you say anything that God places in your spirit for you to say. But my last question would be this: what would be some advice that you would give to our community, whether it's Trail Ride Nation, whether it's entrepreneur, boss babes and boss boos, whether it's just people of minority skin colors or whatever? So what would Suave Love say? Or either you can answer as Suave, or you can answer as Rico. You could, however you want, or you can answer as both. What would be advice that you would give to our listeners, to the Rainbows, to the Suaveers? I don't know what you name your people. I don't know what you call them. But what would be some advice you would give?
Okay, so if I'm Rico. On the business tip, make sure you have a clear mind. Just make sure you plan everything out the way you want it to plan out. Do not have someone dictate your decision on a lot of things,
I'm
because
writing that down. Go ahead.
right, what makes work for you may not work for everybody else. So what people may give you, if it's not on your heart to do it, don't do it. So like I said, on the business tip, just stay focused, do planning. Trust me, some things can come overnight, but at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to put some work in it. Like I said, that one simple design took me 3 months just to, man, what I'm gonna do? I mean, if you see my notepad and my notes in my computer, you be like, Lord, you done change this, change that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do that. Now the SUAVE, let me tell you, keep it real. Do not give any fucks what people have to say.
That's it. That's it. Hello, somebody.
Say whatever. Yeah. You can always care what they say, but you don't have to entertain what they say.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you can be like, oh, I want to put on my shirt. I want to do pants, whatever, shoes, whatever you want to do. And somebody might come and say, you know what? No, don't do it because that's not you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Guess what? You found your million blessing because you listen to homeboy, home chick over here. And guess what?
Who might, by the way, probably have no type of ambition or goals for their own self.
Nothing. And now you sitting there looking stupid because that's one thing that happened to me. I'm like, oh, I want to do this and do that. How you gonna do that? You ain't got time for that. You make time for what you want to make time for. So my thing is, do what you want to do. I don't care if you only sell one shirt. Guess what? You sold a shirt.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So if it don't even matter what you got going on, because if you don't take that leap of faith, how would you know if you're gonna make it or not?
That's it.
All ideas are not good ideas, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if it's your idea, you have faith behind it, you can't go wrong at all.
Especially if it's given to you by God. Like if it's a God-given assignment.
On your heart, trust me, if it's on your heart, it's gonna fight you, it's gonna eat you up until you do it. I've been rolling sleep, can't like, oh, okay, I need to get this out of my head. It's time. My iPad, let me see what this is gonna look like. Falling asleep, just trying to cope with something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in my tongue. I need to do something. If it's from writing a skit, if it's from acting friends, I guess take pictures, modeling, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Do it.
I agree with that. Like I was telling you before we, started the actual interview, the vlog type, and really he told me to get into my ministry. Like he told me to get up, get out the bed, start moving forward. I told you need to be doing this, but you didn't let everybody and their mama use you, tell you where to go and what to do and how to wear it, how to do it. But I told you to do this and you keep not doing it because you want to do what they say do. So I'm gonna show you, you put them before me, and nobody they didn't die for your sins. They didn't pay your bills last month, so when it came down to me creating Rain's World, it's still some other things, like you said, in the tablet that God gave me 10, 15 years ago. But I was afraid to do it. Like, really and truly, I was afraid of how to do it because there was nobody like me that looked like me, that sound like me, that act like me, that had blue hair whenever she feel like having blue. Nobody looked like me, doing what he told me to do. And our friend was the one that was like, that's the whole point. That's what made me drawn to you, is that you're different. That's what's going to help make it easy for you to be able to go back to the trail ride and say, hey, but maybe you should do this different because you've been there, done that, got the bumpers, and you're different. So Had I listened to or kept listening to those people in my ear that wanted to keep me under their thumb or keep me under their foot, or never wanted to see me elevate, even though their mouth was saying, you should do this, you can do this, I would follow you, I would listen to you, I would do this, I would do that. But soon as you start doing it, now they plex, now they press,
Right.
like, but you was just cussing with me yesterday. Anybody that watches Rain show know I might curse, I might cry, I might get mad. Who knows? But what you see is what you get. So yeah, I agree with that. I totally, totally agree with that. What would you say is your biggest struggle?
My biggest struggle, arguing with myself. For real, arguing with myself.
I get it.
Not having that back and forth thing. Like, okay, this gonna work. Like, I'm going one way. Like, me, I like to see a different way just to see what will work for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but also I would have to say, I feel like I'm more than what I'm doing right now. I feel like it's more in me that needs to come out. So right now it's like, it's cool, but now I need to
Yeah, you gotta
go up and
elevate.
yeah. So I feel like I'm holding back. So I didn't got into like the tarot reading. So I have a friend that does my tarot reading, and pretty much all the cards are coming back saying that I'm holding back on something. And it's like, whatever it is, let it go. So I'm trying to find out what that is. Back in my head, I think I know what it is, but at the end of the day, I'm just, you know, that's my most struggling thing. Like, I'm holding back on something. I don't know what it is, but it's just something that's holding me back from being that they're gonna take me to the top, basically. So whenever I do find it, it's on.
I'm like, okay, I'm here for it. Like, I understand. I think for myself, me just truly asking God to take away all the woulda, coulda, shouldas. For myself, I'm now 42 years old. And this particular assignment that we are now a part of at this moment, God gave me 5 years ago. And almost 2 years ago, I decided to bring my co-pilot with me, but that's not what he told me to do. I think he allowed it to go the way it did because he was like, okay, but that's the way you're at least trying to go where I told you to go and do what I told you to do. But that wasn't her assignment. It was only mine, so I understood when it started fizzling out, and he was like, okay, but now you're using her as a crutch and you're not supposed to be leaning on her. I told you to do, so I know for me, my biggest strength is my biggest weakness is that I never meet a stranger. I do everything to make sure that everybody around me is winning and good. Now, that's how What's Happening Wednesday came about. This particular episode is that he allowed me and showed me how I can do what I'm so used to doing, like share this platform with somebody like myself, but different, but still stay on the path that he gave me to stay on, So I believe you when you say you holding something back. Like for me, I was just like, man, people know I grab my knees. I'm a twerk, hang off the party wagon.
Right.
People have seen me turn up gas cans with X-rated or, have killed bottles with the handles on them. People have seen me almost naked, with, just the way we dress, when it's hot for trail
Yeah.
ride, So people have seen me almost ready to fight or probably fighting. So, I was afraid of not being able to be understood or heard or seen by the people that God was going to place me in front of. But I'm thankful that the people that he assigns me to, I get to experience kind of what Jesus probably experienced whenever he went around the hookers, the pimps, the hoes, the tax collectors, you know, because Jesus went where the dirty people was at. You know, he didn't care for those that had it all together. He wanted to be where it was at. He wanted to be in the hood, you know. So I'm thankful for the fact that I could understand where, you know, my brother, you were coming from if you say, hey, it's this, that, and the third, you know. Because I've been where you at, you know, like I've been that person that people wanted to try to fit in this box when, how you gonna fit 5'11", 300 some pounds in this little bitty box? That ain't how any of this works, you know. So I understand that, and I respect it, and I'm so happy to see you walking where Chandel saw you walking. Chandel and I used to have conversations about you for hours, and I've told you this before, but I know that when he felt like he couldn't trust anyone, he could trust you because you were in the raw. He used to always say, you know, Rico makes sense because he be in the rah with me, but he don't bring the rah. You know, so I'm thankful, first of all, that, you know, that you are my brother. You know, you are in my life for the rest of my life, whether you want to or not. I'm also thankful for, you know, when I got ready to start Blue Rain Designs and Company, God showed me a list of a few people who I was supposed to partner with or, you know, become a family unit with. And as soon as I sent you the message, I'm pretty sure you were scratching your head like, she crazy? Like, how's that gonna work? Like, how is that beneficial? But what I'm thankful for, and I want to give you your flowers while you can smell them and see them and hear them. You know, you didn't say, but now, sis, nah, I don't know about all that. You was like, okay, sure. You know, post what you want to post. You know, do what you want. Because when God gave me Blue Rain Designs and Company, that it went from etc. to and company. That's how he changed it. It was first Blue Rain Designs and etc. because it was supposed to be my designs, my creations, and others. But he changed it to and company, and I wanted the and company to be because I know that there's so many of us that are filled with these beautiful things, beautiful creations for whatever they might be, poetry, whatever they might be, that people won't give us a second glance or a second thought. But I wanted to be able to walk in the place that he told me to share it with somebody else. Because we can't do this by ourselves. Like, right. That's how What's Happening Wednesday came about, is that, you know, like Southern Horseman, once he got the branches that he needed, that's how he was able to really start bridging the gap like his vision was. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it made sense when God was saying you have to share it with somebody else. Because if I only win and then you over here struggling, what does that make me look like? Right. You know what I'm saying? How do I leave somebody that I say I love and I care about behind when all I had to do, it cost me nothing to have this interview with you. I don't pay for my Zoom. You know, it's free. You know, and we don't have to pay to talk to each other. We're social distancing. We following the law. You know, so right. You know, it's very simple how we start to fix our community. And I'm gonna end my portion of this interview like this. How we start to fix the black and brown, red, yellow, purple, yellow polka dotted bikini communities is for us to start having conversations. It's for us to start reaching down, picking up somebody, and not caring if you get dirt on you, not caring if you get blood on you. You know, you can wash those things off. Like, we have to be able to start doing like our Mexican brothers and sisters do, doing like our Asian brothers and sisters do. They can get in one house, 18 of them, but they paid, you know what I'm saying? And if they come to the United States or come to a different area, they still send it back home. You know what I'm saying? So we have to start in our own way, coming together, going back to our own community. And that's one thing I loved about trail riding back in the day when it was still about your community. You know what I'm saying? When it was still about us unifying each other and having fun and, you know, seeing what each other needs. So that's why I'm grateful for you, because if I ever called or if I ever posted something and it looked like something was wrong with me, or even if I didn't post something, it's like you would say, hey, you good, or you straight, or don't let nobody tell you something. You know, nobody had to know that you would do these things, but I knew, you know what I'm saying? And even when it came down to my friendship with Chandel, nobody understood but you and maybe, you know, very few other people, you know what I'm saying? So to still have that type of love and affection and protection now, you know, years down the line is rare, and it's so appreciated. So please do not stop. Please don't ever think that we are, for me, I can only speak for me, that I'm not somewhere where you can find me. If my phone ain't on, you can hit me on Messenger, you can hit me on IG, whatever you need to do, you know. I might not have a vehicle, but my prayers can reach over there. And don't ever think that I'm not praying. Don't ever think that I'm not watching. Don't ever think that I'm not listening. I agree with him, you have such an amazing, amazing destiny. You have such a huge, amazing, amazing calling that you haven't even begun to tap into. There is so much that God has for you to give and show and teach all of us. The little bit of 15 or 60 seconds that you get on TikTok, like that one woman, I know for a fact there has been some times that you probably saved my life and nobody never knew but me and God. You know what I'm saying? So don't you ever give up. If I can in any way, shape, form, or fashion help you in any way, I will be there. All you have to do is say it. Thank you for even offering what most of the rainbows don't know, because I ain't never spoke on it until now, offering to make my shirts for me and not asking for anything, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to get that,
we got because I mean it takes a lot, and I don't want to put a lot on you or anybody. I'm like, well, you know what? No, I make them just give me your stuff, give me the information, whatever. Me helping you, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? When you some of that message, I'm like, girl, what you want to do?
But I mean, you know, listen, people don't understand. You know, a lot of companies and small businesses bomb because they have a zero support system. Most of us, like myself, I had no idea. I've made shirts, you know, like for us to wear, like to a trail ride or something like that. That's different. But when it come down to actually opening a store, you know, finding out whether I needed an EIN number, whether I needed an LLC, whether I just needed a DBA, and that's what that man, Sir, I call him Sir Isaac. Isaac Epps was teaching me and teaching all of us on that part one. Excuse me, with that, some of us don't even need EIN numbers. But when you listen to somebody who think they know it all and they really don't, you know, we can get wrong information and it can cause us to push back, you know, 15, 20 steps.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, if we have more conversations like this, because, like, I didn't know half of that stuff that you said in the beginning is how you got here. I just knew, you know, that you was my brother and you was always smiling and we would always have fun and we would all, you know what I'm saying? I knew it like that. And I also knew that there was a part of you that nobody got a chance to see, you know, just because we've had conversations. But yeah, I'm grateful. I'm going to just say I'm grateful because I reached out to so many different people that, you know, God, you know, placed on my spirit. And so many still to this day, there's one. And she was like, I don't really know how that's beneficial to me. I don't really know what, you know, drop shipping is, or she probably would say, bitch, I don't know you. Okay. I don't.
Yeah.
Why should I do this? You know, like, what is it that you're going to get out of it? And to be honest, I really don't want to get anything out of it. I really don't.
Right.
The only reason why I added on to some of the stuff is because I needed to be able to pay to have the store open. Other than that, I don't really need to get anything out of it. You know, Blue Rain was a test that God gave me to see if I was going to take that step, to take that leap. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I feel like I'm rambling, but thank you. So let me allow you to take the floor. You can say whatever you want to say, whatever you feel like the Holy Ghost is telling you to say, or whatever. Something that you felt like you might have wanted to say and didn't have a platform or a place to say it. You can say it however you want, in whatever colorful way you want, for however long you want.
Okay, well, appreciate you with this interview, or I love yo. We go back, so therefore, you're doing your thing. I congratulate you and future things. I'm always here, same as you, and I just want to see you grow into whatever you got going on. I'm gonna be supportive. I'll be the first one to buy your ticket, whatever it is. So just keep pushing yourself. But I was like,
how about you make my whole outfit? How about you make me a shirt with some
I got
with
you.
some tights with the SUAVE love down the leg? How about that?
Funny, a girl told me that, and I was like, I don't know how to work with tights, so
it's the same way. I tell you what, I'll help you. As a matter of fact, I have a brand new Shopify store, and I sell the workout tights, the tights.
Okay, so we're gonna have to get off of here and get them tights. Because a girl did say that time, like, oh, you can get SUAVE on down the leg. I'm like, I never work with tights, but so that's another product. But now, but
I'm sorry, go ahead, I'll be quiet.
I just want to let everybody know, man, whatever's on your heart, follow your heart to do whatever you want. It might seem stupid, it might seem out of whack, whatever, do it. And like I talked about earlier, my first video that went viral was me playing a guy from Wait to Exhale, 100,000 shares. Now, I went and picked up a damn wig. That was my second video, and that motherfucker went bananas. Yeah. So, and when I posted it, I wasn't worried about the people who I was gonna make laugh. I was gonna be like, damn, people gonna start following me, people gonna talk about me, people gonna dance on me. They did, everybody that I thought was gonna do that did the opposite.
Right.
So, like I tell people, whatever you want to do it. If you feel like you don't know how to do it, it's a bunch of research. Google.
Yeah.
People, like you say, YouTube. I be like you. I be on YouTube looking for everything.
Yes, Lord. That's so.
It's talking. It's inspiration, prayers, chants, whatever. I'm telling you, do whatever's on your heart. If it's on your heart and on your mind, after months, it's still gonna be on it because it's gonna beat you down until you put it out. I'm telling you, like you said, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I wanted to do acting. I wanted to do this. Growing up, watching TV and stuff like that, I wanted to do that.
Yeah.
But I never had the tool to do it. Now I'm grown. I pretty much can do whatever. Mm-hmm. So I tell people, do what's on your heart. Do what you want to do. Don't worry about the next man. Because if you pissed off 5 people, but you got 1 person happy, you did something right.
But you know what? You pissed off them 5 people, but they watched it. They checked it. They had to share it. They gonna talk about it to somebody. All publicity is good publicity to me.
I have people who will pull me to the side and say, well, I didn't like her coming on your video, but man, you funny as fuck. So I'm like, oh, okay. But you know what I'm saying? So people, they gonna watch whatever you do.
That's true.
They're gonna read whatever you say. They're gonna look at whatever you post.
Fact.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that.
Okay, so tell the rainbows out there how they can get in touch with you, how they can purchase SUAVE Love apparel, how they can follow you, how they can make sure they stay in the know when it comes down to SUAVE Love. How can they get in touch?
All right, you can follow me first. You can follow me on IG, Instagram. That's SUAVE 2.0. You can also hit me on my Facebook. I have my Facebook, Suave Love, and I also have my personal Facebook is Rico Carrier. TikTok, Suave 2.0. If you want to look at some funny videos. So those are my platforms. So hopefully, you guys hit me up. I'm pretty much on all of them, so that way I pretty much will respond back to a message within an hour, hour or two, if I'm not at work. So
Yeah,
hit
he
me.
do work. Okay, he got some cheering to
Work.
take care of. He works hard
Not what
for
I
the
do.
money. Yeah, he got some cheering. Although he need a good wife, good spouse. Ladies, got to holler at your boy. Or you
Yeah.
can also find Mr. Suave Love's items on your girl Blue Rain Designs and Company store.
Yeah.
Somewhere around this video, you'll see them links and instructions and all that good juicy stuff. But man, I'm so thankful for you taking time. I know you was doing some putting together some stuff over there.
Together,
And
have me in my new place. So
yeah, work it in. Oh, my bad. Excuse me. We act the fool together, y'all. If y'all don't know, we act a
Yeah.
plum fool. Oh, real quick, off the business side, is we gonna have a jamboree anytime soon?
I
I
have.
know you don't like no, but
So what I have seen that they are going to try to have one in 2021. They are going to try to have one.
baby,
Well, the pandemic, we don't know what's going to happen. So
I know when you make a trip to the sub, can you make sure you pick your sister up? Cause I want to
yeah,
go.
I got you. And you're on the way there, so therefore, yes.
I wanted to go the other weekend, but it's been raining and it's been cold and you've been working hard in the pandemic and all that good stuff.
Oh
But
yeah, I'm so ready for vacation.
what? I'm so ready to go back to work. I haven't regular work since July. I didn't get a chance to get the unemployment because for whatever reason they was like, "Nah, you quit your job." How I quit my job? I was sick. Who would quit a job right now? It's a pandemic. But hey, sometimes that's the way God worked it out. I was supposed to
Yeah.
start my job in September. We had the storm, we evacuated it. Then they were supposed to start in October. They pushed it back. November they pushed it back. December they pushed it back. So hopefully your girl will be going back to regular 9 to 5 work in January.
Yes, we will. We will.
Sometimes that's the way God's sense of humor is. He be like, I told you to do something. So I'm gonna need you to get to that. Don't worry about the other part. So it is what it is. But y'all know what it is, and y'all should by now know who it is. It's your girl Rain, and this has been fun for me. I don't know about for you, but it's been fun because I get to have some little time with my brother who I have not seen in a while in person.
Right.
Or in face. I'll get to see him on TikTok like everybody else on Facebook or something. But hey, I'm a piggyback off of what he said. Please don't let anybody tell you that you can be who you be. Who you are was who you were created to be before you even placed in your mother's womb. You are exactly who you were supposed to be. If you're not a billionaire now, you're supposed to be a billionaire, you were already created as a billionaire. If you're supposed to be a business owner, you were already supposed to be a top of the line business owner before you get to who you are now. God is not a God that he can lie. He makes no makes no mistakes. That was mad, ain't he? Oh, say he did. He mad. Oh, tripped up. He tried it. Try me not. But anyway, please, ma'am, please, sir, my sister, my brother, my cousin, y'all, please don't let nobody stop you from doing what you need to do. Time is winding up. I got woke up out of my dream today, and it was like the movie The Rapture. So if y'all need to be getting about y'all business, just take one step forward, even if you're just to write it out, your vision. Start manifesting some things that you know that you're good at. if you find something that you're good at or just naturally comes to you, then it's easy. You never go to work a day in your life. And I'm sure my brother feels the same way. He has been suave and not even knowing that he's suave regardless of what he did. And he has always been, like he said, a person that could tell you about something when it comes down to the business aspect of it. So we gonna holler at y'all. This is what's happening Wednesday, and Suave Love 2.0 is what's happening. Y'all go get y'all t-shirts. Look out for the new products that he gonna have coming up. You can find his stuff on Blue Rain Designs and Company's site. Shop now. Y'all missed the sale, but he probably, if he asks nicely, he might still keep his sale going because your girl ain't changed her prices yet. But, yeah, y'all need to get in on it while it's hot off the press, brand new. So y'all could be the first ones to say, hey, I remember we was wearing Suave Love before y'all was even born. But anyway, y'all know what it is. Y'all should by now know who it is. I love, love, love all y'all rainbows. Thank y'all for listening and tuning in and sending me comments. I see and read all of your comments. You already know, Twiz up, double R, love God, love each other like we love each other. It costs nothing to love and love yourself. If you don't love yourself, how can you expect somebody else to love you? And we is out. Bye.
See ya.